Florida Swag is nestled in the gateway of Florida. This is a platform that deals with all the issues, and Florida Swag will create the dialogue for needed community issues. It's time to join the Florida Swag.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Antonio Bands. This is my dog, Buckos. This is Gator Dread, and this is the Florida Swag. I want to welcome everybody today. Today we got a few topics, one of them being in our own hometown. It's called the Jacksonville Sheriff's debacle. My man's Gator Dread is finna put us down on some information on that. What's going on?
Yeah, if y'all have not been watching the news, there has been a serious situation with the Jacksonville Sheriff Department. Under the city charter, the sheriff, the elected sheriff, is an elected position. Therefore, he must hold a homestead in Duval County. Well, Sheriff Williams has been out of the county and moved out to Nassau for the last year. Now, our city charter say that if he does that, there must be a special election and the sheriff must be replaced.
New tonight at 5:30, our coverage of the retirement of Jacksonville Sheriff Mike Williams continues with thoughts from viewers. Now, as we've previously reported, the sheriff retired today. He actually announced he was retiring today, 1 week after he told First Coast News that he lives in Nassau County.
The city attorney was scheduled to release a legally binding opinion on the sheriff's residency today, but it was withdrawn with the sheriff's announcement that he was retiring. On Your Side's Andrew Badillo spoke with community members about how they feel about all of this.
Sheriff Mike Williams retiring this morning, saying he didn't think a court battle over his residency would be a good thing for our community. So I went out into the community and I asked those questions, and if people even cared that the sheriff was not living in Duval County.
He should not live in, to have a residence in Nassau County and govern here in Jacksonville as a sheriff.
You would think that the Jacksonville sheriff, the sheriff would be living in the city that he's, responsible for.
Both Joseph Alexander and Michael Robinson weren't necessarily upset to hear the news that Sheriff Williams was living outside Duval County. The both did think, though, that the sheriff should have been more present in communities dealing with gun violence issues. Other residents had different opinions, especially on the resident side. One saying she believes Sheriff Williams did an admirable job during his time as sheriff, and why fuss over where he lives?
But as long as he's doing his job at 100%, that's what really matters. The city, just as long as it's being protected, the community, the people around it feel safe, and he's doing his job, then why go against it?
The consensus was split amongst the people I spoke with, but they all agreed that whoever the next sheriff is, they would like to see that person out in the community more, dealing with the gun violence problem that continues to plague our city. In Jacksonville, Andrew Badillo, First Coast News, on your side.
So right now, they're said over this year he's been paid $200,000 of the taxpayers' money while the seat has been vacated.
Repeat that for him. How much money he done been paid, Gator Dread?
$200,000 in that year since he been gone. And so now the city council, it's voting time and it's election season is coming up. Now here's one of the things about this. I don't know if everybody noticed, but the governor DeSantis has been in Jacksonville about 2 to 3 times and ain't nobody know he was here. Meeting with the sheriff. The governor could come in and sit somebody in that seat as the sheriff because he has vacated it, so it's an open seat. So he can come in and say, hey, I want this person and put them as the sheriff. Now what that does to the voting, because we have Miss Lakeisha, we have Mr. Butler, I think everybody know Ken, the officer Ken. He's been in Jacksonville, the one that does the community outreach.
Yeah, I know you're
that's going to run this time. So they're all, like, hey, they want it to be fair. If the governor comes in and say, hey, I'm going to sit this person in, then most of the people of Jacksonville will say, oh, this is our new sheriff. You see what I'm saying? So please pay attention to that. And really pay attention, because right about now in Jacksonville and in the state of Florida, all over the country, as we get close to the midterms, we need to pay attention.
So that being said, if that was a black man, do you think he'll still be sitting in office?
Man, I feel like his seat would have been taken the first day. That's what was missing out of that. The first day.
I thought you were talking about the first day
Well,
that he
you-
got the sheriff back.
No, the first day that boy reported missing on the job. Oh, it's time to replace
No
him.
call,
in
no
the seat.
show.
Oh, boy, listen.
And that's what a lot of the
Hey, hear no evil, see no evil.
yeah, and that's what a lot of the city council is
tell
saying,
you.
is that here your top officer
Yeah.
breaks the law, and then when they confront him, he says, "Oh well, changes in the state law may have allowed him to do that."
Yeah,
So,
give
you
me
know,
excuses.
Yeah,
But you supposed
yeah.
to be here
and
fighting the crime.
Right,
That's what they call it.
that was
That's
gonna
what they
be my
call it.
next question though. Like, so if he moved to Nassau County, then who was the sheriff?
Nobody.
Who was the sheriff? That's
There
a
was
good
no
question,
sheriff.
my brother.
So
The
if there
seat was
ain't no
vacant.
sheriff, then there ain't no police force, right?
I thought they go up under.
Just like if there ain't no bishop, there's no inspired network, right?
Hey, true.
We can't come here and expect to get paid
True. I can't remember.
if the boss man ain't here to pay us.
That's true.
right.
That's true.
So that means that we ain't hosts no more. We just people.
Yeah.
Stay woke, brother.
Yeah.
Stay woke.
They woke. Hey, you tell them, don't fall asleep.
Tell you, and
Fall
just
asleep
like
now.
you just said, how many unsolved murders in Jacksonville?
It's a lot.
Just because he wasn't here.
How much, you know, and then another thing, you know, almost 60 officers have been fired for corruption under his administration.
60.
Yes, almost 60 officers.
Now, was that
Corruption.
because he put them out of office?
No,
out
they
of-
committed crimes. They was unethical.
And it
in other
wasn't
words,
founded by him.
falsification. Investigated, but you know, you got internal affairs. Internal affairs investigate police. You don't really like police to investigate police because they do have the blue code of silence, but they tell us about don't snitch. But
The
they
oath.
live by don't snitch.
The oath. That's what they take, the
Yeah,
oath. I
so-
think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's the new millennial term.
I wonder what oath he took to lead the city.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. That I can't. That's what I'm saying. When we stop that, forget it, Dre, take that back.
Yeah, who you
That's,
got?
that's what I'm trying to say.
But yeah, that's
you
true.
see what I'm saying? Like, listen, man. That's what the part that I'm appalled at. Like, ain't no sheriff.
Wasn't no sheriff.
We have a Black Lives Matter rally down here. They riding, taking out an apple, and ain't no more Louis Vuitton.
Nah, the governor made a law say, boy, you can run people over and all
Yeah,
that.
I get that, but there ain't no sheriff. It ain't like
crazy.
it's illegal no more. Ain't no sheriff.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's the part. Ain't no sheriff.
It don't surprise me though.
How do you have a town with no sheriff? First of all, I still don't get the JSO system of sheriff. Like we ain't got no PD. We just got JSO. Everybody else got a police department. We got the sheriff's office. Ain't nobody under them.
Ain't nobody up under
Jacksonville,
that.
Like I never got that. We
that's
got
true.
one car.
That's true.
Everywhere else I go, they got about 4 or 5 different police cars out there. We got
That's true.
one.
That's true. One.
Well, that's the one thing about Jacksonville. This city and the county pretty much owns everything. The city is the county. So like you see where our fire department go, they go all the way to Baldwin, they go all the way up to Nassau. That's because we cover this metropolitan northeast area. It's Jacksonville is the metropolitan. So Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, I believe that came into play when they consolidated the city. You see, before it was counties, little counties, and then they consolidated the city. Like I don't know if I talked about it, but that was about voting. At the same time, that came around 68, and you know 63.
But you know how Orange Park, they got their own.
Yeah, see, Orange
Yeah,
Park
yeah,
is
Orange
a
Park,
whole
that's a
other
different.
county. That's Clay County.
Yeah. I just feel like Orange Park can't just say they the people that just didn't want to be part of Jacksonville.
Oh yeah.
But that's Clay County.
Yeah, don't cross this over this overpass right here. That's y'all. All right, y'all got to rest it, but this over here, don't bring y'all mess.
Don't bring it
over here.
I don't know.
Y'all got plenty of mess already over there.
But see, so you will see that when it's a small city, and the county is much larger than the city. So then you'll have two different police departments. Then you'll have city police, and then county police or sheriffs.
We don't know nothing about that. I ain't never seen nothing like that before in my life. Yeah, that's so different. That's so different. Now, while we own JSO, you know, you said they had somebody that was doing some outreach and things of that sort. Somebody that was getting ready to run for sheriff. Maybe.
Yes, I don't want to call his name wrong. It's actually 4 black officers. One young lady, Miss Lakeisha, Mr. Ken, he been on the force. Y'all know him, you see him, Mr. Ken, then you got Mr. Clark, and then you got a younger dude, younger black guy who just jumped in. And then you had the other white guy, Nima, that just came in.
Yeah.
So it's really, you know, finna swing back to a black sheriff.
Shit.
Yeah.
Boy, I remember that time, boy. That was a good time, boy.
Ned Glover.
Yeah, Glover, boy. That boy, look at those were good times, boy.
You see
Coming
that
the other day.
Oh man.
You
see that at EWC like he was part of the alumni.
But he was.
Then he ended up being president. I said, oh Lord, you go from sheriff to being the president.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, boy, that was our Jesus right there, boy.
Hey, Nat.
Boy, listen here, man.
Nat
Listen
did
here.
it.
Yeah, but if we do get another black sheriff, I'm not gonna lie to you. It'll be. I really don't want to say that. I just feel like maybe maybe we can get back to what we used to be. I don't want to say it like that, but think about it. We had a little bit more governorship.
Yeah.
When we, in more in our community, there was a lot more going on.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? In the streets,
It
a lot
was.
less of what we got going on, and a lot more positivity of what to do and what was going on. Like you say, you was always in sports. That's because of what we had going on. I ain't heard the Lee Bulls in so long.
Yeah.
I forgot that was even a thing.
Because it done been forgotten, bro. You know what I mean? When you think about what the world was at then, and then where we at now.
Yeah. And see, a lot of that goes back to the funding.
Yeah.
You see, back then, you had way more funding for community programs.
Yeah.
After 2008, the economic downturn,
True.
the first thing they went to cutting was all the outreach programs.
Yeah, that's the first thing that they gonna cut.
Programs.
That's the first. But you notice that's the first thing that they cut.
Okay, and then they got more police.
How you cut the learning curve? You cut the curve.
Yeah.
You cut the whole part of actually like
That actually stopped
the community could actually
prevent
benefit.
the crime.
Yeah, the
You know,
community actually benefit
help the
from
people.
these resources.
Yeah.
You're taking them away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it don't hurt white suburbia. It's not gonna hurt white suburbia. It's gonna hurt Moncrief. You know, it's gonna hurt Murder Avenue. It's gonna hurt Dunn Avenue to an extent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, on one side.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt, you know what I mean? All up and down the 20th Street, you know, it's gonna hurt the neighborhoods and the stuff that's considered on the north campus of town. You know what I mean? It's gonna hurt the out east people. You know, all the people that's going through something that's already in a situation of economic downturn, and then you take this stuff away. So I just really feel like it's a domino effect from previous years, man, and we still haven't caught up from it. And they, you know, blame this president, blame that president. I don't believe nobody should be to blame. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he's picking up the next man problems. Like, you inheriting the next man problems. Like, you know, the situation that they were talking about, Obama this and Obama that. You had to go through so much to clear up from the past. They try to get us to present the way he needed it. I see 8 years, he's gonna need 12, 16. You know what I mean? You can't do that, bro, in no term, and then you got the Congress going against you. You can propose whatever law you want, but then if Congress don't approve it, then it's back to the drawing board.
Well, that's the thing. I'll push back on Obama. See, when Obama came in, Obama had all the power. He had the House,
But
the Senate,
at the same
and the
time, though,
presidency.
he had to clear up what was already done from the Bush administration.
But you remember, In those 2 years he had that power, what did you hear them talking about?
Stimulus packages.
What was the stimulus package?
He proposed a lot, bro.
The healthcare bill.
He proposed a lot.
But I'm saying the healthcare.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
healthcare.
In the healthcare bill, when they made that bill, in that bill, it had in there that the people could opt out, right? So in that bill, they had all the power.
Yeah.
So they could have just went on and made the law like you see the Republicans do.
It ain't just that easy though, bro.
No.
When you saying that
got-
they could make the law, it's not Obama administration that's making the law.
No, when you got control over Congress, when you got all the votes,
Who got control?
he did. The
Bruh.
Democrats had all the control.
Listen, bro. Obama ain't never had control over Congress, bro.
The first 2 years.
If he had control over Congress, bro, we would have had a lot more stuff approved, bro, that was on the legislation.
Okay, we're gonna get back. We'll do that on another show.
Congress, now.
Me
We talking
and
about
you-
Congress.
Me and you gonna do that on
We talking
another-
about Congress
We gonna
where the
do that
seats
on
don't
another-
change, right? That's what we talking about. We talking about the same seat that been since George Washington, right?
Nah, listen.
Passed down
Listen.
to their nephews, right? It's the same seat we talking about.
No.
Because the Senate's something different.
No, listen.
The Senate's something different.
No. When you're dealing with the presidency, right now, you have midterm elections, right?
When you also dealing with the presidency, the laws got to go through 3 jurisdictions.
Okay, so when it does that, what are those 3 jurisdictions?
Pause. We'll be right back with the Florida Swag.
Are you a barber, cosmetologist, or braider? Maybe you're looking for a spot. Are you looking for a progressive, upscale Christian environment mixed with a cafe, plus a photography and podcasting studio? Join the team at the Experience Salon and Barbershop. We offer affordable booth rates without compromising your upscale perks. We have the best team at our grooming center to handle all your presentation needs. Come join the family that gives you a total experience of faith and fashion.
Greetings. This is Gator Dread with Florida Swag Entertainment Record Label. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. These boys on this hill, these boys here done came up in Duval County and they making some of the hottest music out. So if you would, come rock with us. Go check us out. All you buy your music from iTunes, iPhone, Spotify, wherever you get your music, rock with Florida Swag. Duval born, Duval raised, or Duval we gon' feed. Understand, Gator Dread.
Ain't gonna never forget you.
Are you looking for the ultimate place for your special day? A place that embodies elegance but still has an affordable price point? Maybe you've been trying to figure out the perfect location. Let our contemporary elegant facility hold the perfect wedding. We can cater to your needs, whether you desire an upscale chapel experience or the modern experience of the wedding and the reception, all done beautifully in the same place. Are you looking for added amenities like a special room for the bridesmaids to prepare and a comfortable place for the groomsmen as they dress? We can accommodate all of your needs. The HC Center is the ultimate place for you. Give us a call and let our staff assist you with planning an event that you will never ever forget and always cherish.
All right. It's Antonio Bands back with the Florida Swag. To my left, I have.
You got Buckos here with you.
And to my right,
Gator Dread.
before the last commercial break, my two co-hosts were in a heated debate on the presidency of Obama. If I didn't pronounce that right, who cares? We were on the 3 seats of Congress.
You got legislative, you got executive, and you got judicial, bro.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
My dog was waiting in his corner to come out swag.
So in that retrospect, bro, that lets you know, okay, it ain't just the president. Regardless if he got complete control over a stimulus package, that don't give him control over the law. You understand what I'm saying? So how you telling me that he has control over a stimulus package, but he has control over the law? And that law doesn't have nothing to do with him. He can propose all he wants. But at the end of the day, bro, he's not the one that's going to determine if that law is put up on the chalkboard. That's all I'm saying.
Get a dread.
Facts. But under the Obama regime, his first 2 years, he had all the power. The Democrats controlled the House of Representatives and the United States Senate. And he is the executive branch, right?
But that does not.
Let him finish.
That is not Congress, though.
Let him finish his argument.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
I got the hot voice on.
Okay. Congress consists of the House of Representatives.
Okay.
I think it's 480 of them.
Okay.
The United States Senate, which is 100 of them, 98, 99, one of them. That's the Senate. Then you have the executive branch. Then you have the Supreme Court. Okay. The bill came out of committee. The Democrats drew up the bill. When you control the House of Representatives, right? So that means whatever I bring out of committee and bring to the floor of the House, I can pass. I don't need no Republican help. I can pass. Now, once they pass it in the House of Representatives, it goes to the Senate. Majority rule. Now they come in with a procedure called filibuster, where the minority can refuse to vote for so many hours, hold it all up. It's called a filibuster. So this historical fight on this filibuster, this was what was used during the 1968 to 65 to hold up the Civil Rights Bill.
No, we talking 2008.
So,
we talking Obama.
Now,
we talking Obama right now.
Under
That's what we
Obama,
talking.
under Obama.
You telling me that he had the power to make the law?
Listen. The president just signed the bill. The House of Representatives promote the bill that he proposes, right?
So who approves it at the end of the day, though?
Okay, it is 3-step approval.
It's the 3-step. It's the last step.
It's 3-step approval.
That we have problems with.
The 3-step approval is the House of Representatives. The first is the House of Representatives. The second is the Senate. Once it leaves the Senate, it goes to the president to sign into law.
Okay.
So if I control.
So you telling me that the president had control over the law being made?
In his first 2 years.
In his first 2 years of the House.
Opposition.
So have you looked at the actual amount of stuff that this man actually proposed to get passed, man?
Yes.
And you mean to tell me that he had complete control and couldn't get none of this passed?
Listen, his first 2 years. Remember, he was president 8 years.
You think maybe he wanted them things passed or not? Maybe it was a thing like that. Maybe it was something like, okay, it got to him and he didn't want it. I'm not arguing, you know what I'm saying?
No, what he's saying is that this complete power that the president has had, and you telling me that he had it for 2 years. Mm-hmm. And the stuff that he proposed didn't get done.
They could have had. So you ask me why?
Why didn't it get done if he had the power? That's what I'm trying to figure out, bro.
So I'm finna tell you. And you gotta listen.
Bro, I've been listening. I've been trying to figure it out. You telling me that he had all the power, but yet it's a lot of stuff that this man proposed, and we didn't see it.
Okay, now we elected him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when he became president, the Democrats won the House, controlled the House and the Senate when he became president. What was his first thing? Remember, we was in an economic downturn, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the first economic stimulus was done by President George Bush.
Mm-hmm.
That stimulus, when he came in, had to be administered because it was already passed by the previous president. So he had to administer that. Then he came back with another economic stimulus, was about $2 trillion, right? So they fussed around with that. When you got all the power, it's like a good faith move. This is how the Republicans do. When the Republicans got all the power, they're gonna say, hey, we're gonna have this up, the debate for 2 days.
We don't care nothing about what y'all talking about. We gonna pass it, and it's gonna be law.
I just feel like
That's how they operate. But
the power that you saying that this man
Let me
had,
finish so you can understand.
bro.
Okay.
I got a good understanding.
In those 2 years, what was Obama's main thing he got passed? There was one thing he got passed that without them, ultimately. It was the ACA, Obamacare. And for the first 2 years, Obama was up there being bipartisan. Oh, we need to work bipartisanship. We need to work bipartisanship. So the whole time, the Republicans amended the ACA. That's how you had all the confusion and stuff when you went to go and get it in all of this here. They amended that law 122 times, and not one Republican voted for it. So you wasted 2 years when you could have just got y'all Democrats together. Hey, listen, the American people put a mandate, they want it, this is what we're gonna do.
That's because the power is not what you think it is, my brother. The power does not rely, it did not have, it was not, he did not have the power, bro, to do certain things, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
With that being said,
will limit us,
with that
bro.
being said, we're gonna cut the commercial break and we're gonna be right back with my man Buck, and he gonna give an explanation exactly on why he did not have the power when we get back with the Florida swag.
Why would you amend the rule 100 and
hurry up, because he ain't gonna stop. Hurry up, we gotta catch him. Hurry up.
Why would you amend the rule?
Hurry up, Shakira, we ain't gonna catch him.
But what I'm saying is, bro, you saying that they amended the rule when he had the power.
Let me know when you're ready.
Instead of
We
doing.
No, don't be on yet, because don't be on yet. Give me about 1 minute. Hey, Buck, no, bro. Listen, I gotta listen. All right, when they come in, if you got the power in the house and say it's 480, and me and we got.
I'm getting all that, bro. Listen to what I'm saying.
Count me down from 3.
What I'm
Let me do
boiling
it right.
down
Let me
to
do it
is,
right.
bro,
Let me do it right. Let me do it right.
I get all the
Buck,
power.
Let me do it right.
When you got
Let me do
control
it right,
of the
Buck.
house.
Let me do it
I
right.
get all of that.
Hold on. Let me do it right, y'all. 3, 2, 1. And we are back with the Florida swag. I am Antonio Bands. This is Buck, and this is Gator Dread, and we are still on presidency. Buck Oates, where you at?
We finna get to the next step of the show. But what I'm trying to figure out is, you got control of the house, you got control of this, you got control of that. Why would I amend the law 122 times if I got control over all this other stuff? Like, it's not making any sense to me, my brother.
Let me break it down. The United States House of Representatives is 400.
Bro, I know about all that. I know about the House. Tell me exactly what I need to know. Bro, I'm trying to figure out, if you got complete power, why would you amend a law 122 times and not focus on the other stuff? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm not talking about how many in the House. I'm not talking about how many in the Senate. I'm not talking about Democrats, Republicans, any of that. Why wouldn't you focus on that if you got all the power? Why would you focus on one law, amending it 100 plus times? That's what I want to know.
Well, let's get a better understanding on what law we talk about that was amended.
Gator, you ain't got to tell me the law that was amended 122 times, because that's what I'm trying to figure out.
What law was it?
Maybe we need to go to the next show. Maybe that should be discussed on the next show. We're gonna discuss that on the next show. We're gonna discuss that on the next show, because we gotta really get into the gist of it. You know what I mean?
We here.
No, we're gonna go to the next show. We're gonna get on the next show, bro. We're gonna get on the next show, bro, because it goes deeper.
How it works.
It goes deeper than just what's on the surface, bro.
Bro, you asked the question, right?
Bro, I've been asking that same question, bro, for the past 6. Didn't I ask that question?
You ain't listening for
the
me. The
power of the president is what we focusing on, right or wrong. The power is what I'm talking about. The power to pass laws from left to right.
How laws are passed in the United States of America? That's what we're talking about.
It surely ain't passed with just him stroking the pen, bro.
I'm trying to tell you, but you keep
bro, you done been trying to tell me for the past 10 minutes and we ain't got there yet.
Bro,
I'm trying to get here.
I'm
trying to figure out why.
How would a man who got
Bruh.
all the power amend the law
Bro.
Number one, let me answer.
Come on, bro.
This is
Let
good.
me
This is
answer,
real
bro.
good.
Come on,
I'm
bro.
trying to tell you.
Bro.
Number one.
Bro.
Number one.
Because I'm learning a lot right now.
You got the Democrat side and you got the Republican
we
side.
going back to the same
When the president
parties,
proposed the Obamacare, the Democrats was gone ho. They wrote the bill up.
Well, we
Now-
still talking about this one thing, bro. I'm not talking about Obamacare,
I'm
bro.
talking about Obamacare is the law that he got passed, bro.
Bro, we talking about this one law. Well, we talking about the other laws that was proposed, bro.
I guess
Why
his
didn't they
question
get
is-
passed,
I
bro?
guess his question is what he's trying to figure out, and just correct me if I'm wrong. I guess what we had is why would he pass the Obamacare, whatever amendment, whatever you say it was, whatever happened with Obamacare, why would he focus on that one and not give focus or attention
The
to
other
any
issues,
like,
bro?
You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I could be wrong, is that what you asking?
Now see,
That's
is
all I'm
that-
trying to
Is
figure
that what
out.
you asking me? You asking me that to tell you what a president who had the power, why did he waste so much time on the healthcare bill? That's what you asking me.
That's
right?
what I'm trying to figure out.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I guess we all trying to.
That's why I'm mad.
I guess we all trying to figure it out.
I'm trying to figure out why he waited so long.
The whole time, I'm asking him the question, and we both trying to figure it out.
I'm trying to tell you.
But he just, hey, you feel me? That's what I wanted to know. He just answered what I wanted to know, bro. That's my God. That's it. That's what I wanted to know, bro.
But the whole time, that's what I was trying to say.
Oh,
Is
okay.
that
Oh, man.
Here you is.
Oh,
as the
my
United
God.
States President. You got all
We
the
was on the
power.
same page this whole time. We was on the same page this whole time.
You got all this power, right?
That's true.
You come up and you talking about bipartisanship.
That's true.
And you waste up 2 whole
Nigga,
years.
wait.
Now,
What? Did I just say that? But he waited 2 years, boy.
2 whole years.
Get that? You
Now
might
you
well go
lose-
ahead with it now, bro.
You lose the Senate,
That's true.
and now you can't get nothing else done for 6
Lord,
whole
I
years.
mean, 6 whole years, bro.
Bro, I'm mad.
Oh,
That's why I say I
Me
got
and
to
him both was mad about this.
Listen.
We both mad about the same thing.
He wasted.
Well, I'm finna say this,
years.
and we
everybody
gonna
be
wrap
talking
this show
about,
up.
oh, he couldn't do nothing. Yes, he could.
That's true, bro.
I was
That's
saying
true.
this,
Yes, he could.
and we gonna
Bro,
get
give
ready
me
to
the
wrap this
sports
show
cap
up.
real quick, bro.
We
Give me
gonna
the
get a
sports cap real quick, bro.
We're gonna do
man.
a 2-minute sports cap, but
But we gonna get to the other topics
Just
when
look
we
here,
get
boy,
my
'cause
bad.
listen, I know most of y'all wondering why Antonio Bands didn't have too much to say in that conversation. You know, history ain't really my thing. You know, back then when I was in school, we had this thing called the FCAT, and then one of and one of the exams they asked me who all signed the Declaration of Independence in 1774, and I answered I wasn't there.
Florida swag.
So with that being said, we gonna recap on some sports. Last time I checked, we in the NBA Finals,
Most definitely.
and we got some teams that have taken a whooping.
Yeah, man.
Some that I would have put money on, but I didn't have the money to do it this week
Yeah. Be a week.
because Obamacare.
I really want to. I want to.
I ain't gonna leave this alone. Like, I don't even know why y'all even want to go do some sports recap after all that. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like we might well do that one on that show. They'll probably get whooped again.
We'll do that.
They'll probably get
We'll
whooped
do
again.
that.
But see, this is the thing though. Let's screw this. I know we gonna ride the show out like this. We gonna ride the show out like this.
Right, baby.
Y'all, he already know where I'm going. So wait a minute. You mean to tell me we done took 5 takes? 1, because I stuttered. 2, because Gator Dread was frozen on MK Ultra. Right? We done had to come back with the pure white life with the joke that I had that was good that can't go into the show. We gonna keep that though, Shakayla. No, ain't no there. We ain't gonna never see that. Right? We dumped all that material, all that goodness, and spent 30 minutes on an agreement.
About 10. About
Damn
10.
10.
About 10. We cut the commercial. It's about
We
10
cut the
minutes, bro.
commercial. We cut the commercial.
It's about 10
Y'all was
minutes,
still
bro.
going to the commercial.
Right. I came into it with the bro. Hey, we was on the same page.
That's what Gator Dread said. You talking about why he ain't doing this, that, and the third, and why he working on this right here and ain't do none of that. And then me too. Buckos, you got anything you want to say to the people, bro?
No, man. It's good debating and good topics, man. We talk about, man, you know, real life, man. Real life. Trying to get to the bottom of it and trying to figure out why.
I'm still trying to figure out why.
You know,
He ain't even being president.
You know,
We could have been.
That was good. Not one.
Hey, that boy said, you trying to figure this out? Hey, listen, that is going to be my plug-in every time we end the show from here on out. Y'all ready for the next show? Me too. It's the Florida Swag. We'll see y'all next week.
Hey.
The following show is a paid commercial program. The views and opinions expressed within do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the staff and management of